What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and this is my review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dragon Shield Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Alright, my zillions, we got an Mmpr Lightning Collection figure from Hasbro. And it's the Black Ranger. Now, this is a Walgreens exclusive because of the shield. You know, they're making the shield ones exclusives, or 2-packs or whatever. I'm sure there will be a regular Black Ranger down the line, but I think you could easily take off the shield and just have your Black Ranger, so I don't know. I'm a little hesitant to tell you not to get him, you know, like, because I think maybe you should. For one thing, I think the shield's always cool, so, and if you don't know Power Rangers, the shield means that armor on his chest. But yeah, it is a Walgreens exclusive. I got it online, but it is showing up in store. I don't know if it's popped back online now, but it was off pretty quick. I got this and Obi-Wan in the same sitting, and they came together in a day, so that was pretty cool. But is the figure pretty cool? Let's get into the review and find out. For accessories, the Black Ranger comes with an extra fist hand and a karate chop in hand. Kya. Not bad. We've seen them before. Nothing much to talk about there, but not bad. Then for weapons, first we got the Blade Blaster, done in red and white. It's pretty simple, and the white needs like another coat, for sure. But it's just around where the red parts are, so I guess maybe they were like, it's good enough. Let's just get it out there. But it's fine. The better weapon, though, is his power axe. Yeah, rock and roll. It looks really good. I think the sculpt is done well, and then the yellow looks pretty good. The silver there looks really nice. And you got the silver at the tip here. At the blaster end, you know, it's an axe, cha, and it goes in his hand this way. Or it's a blaster, pew, 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 and it goes that way. This way it fits okay. It's hard to get it in his hand this way. And I feel like this is one of the problems with this figure is the way they made these holding hands doesn't do much justice. It needs a little bit more, of course now I got it in pretty good. But yeah, I've been having a hard time with it, but that's how he looks with it like that, which is pretty good, you know, of course. And then like this, it's fine too. I guess it opened up now, guys. I have nothing bad to say about it anymore. For the Power Axe Blaster part, we get a blast effect here. It's very, very soft at the tip here. Even this part feels a little soft. But it looks okay. Blue, translucent plastic. It's got a little part here that you would stick in here. And that looks fine. It is a bit heavy. I will say that. So it makes his wrist flop a bit. But it's not terrible, you know. It definitely works. It is a little warped, but depending on how you maneuver it, it should be okay. And last but definitely not least, we have the Zack Taylor head. It looks okay. I think it's a little overblown what everybody's saying about this head, that it doesn't quite look like him. I mean, if you look at some pictures where he's a little more serious, I think it does. And he's not even that serious here. Some paint something on my finger. I think it's not bad, you know? The eyes look good. It's a bit glossy, but all these digital painting ones are. He's got a gold earring, which is fine. I think the hair's shaped okay. Yeah, to me, it's not that bad. How does it look on him? We shall see. Not terrible. Maybe a little bit small. But not crazy terrible. I think it looks okay. Makes you wonder if they're going to change it for the standard Black Ranger, or they'll give us maybe the other Black Ranger. I don't know yet, but this isn't that bad. But how does the Ranger himself look? I think the head sculpt is fine. Like, it looks like some, like, kind of like scraping going on the visor there, which doesn't make it look so good. And then the silver has some chipping around it. Not fully, but it's on this side you see it. But the mouth looks good. The eyes and gold look good, so you got the silver and gold going on. But the overall sculpt of the helmet isn't bad, but yeah, something not so well finished on the visor part. The dragon shield looks decent. Painted, you know, very simply, but well there. It's just done in this, like, kind of gold-esque color. It's fine. If you wanted it this color, you're gonna be disappointed. But yeah, it's kind of like the Bandai America deal. You know, you're gonna have to paint it yourself. This gold looks pretty good, and you know, if you know, this is, you know, when they have these bracelets, that's when they have the shield. So that looks pretty good. I would talk about that, but honestly, I'm never gonna move it. This is the Dragon Shield version, so I'm not gonna change that. The Morpher could be better, but it's not overall terrible. The paint is where it should be. It just looks a little weird the way it's shaped, at least on this side. And you got the holster there, which is fine, pretty plain. Some folds and wrinkles on his clothing, which is kind of the highlight of the Lightning collection in a whole. The pattern, the diamond pattern around the gloves actually look pretty good. Legs are standard, and the diamond pattern around his boots look alright as well. This is what it looks like in the back. You know, there's not a ton to talk about when it comes to looks on these guys, but, you know, proportions are okay. Sometimes I feel like the helmets make them look a little squat on top, but at the same time, that's really what they look like on the show. For articulation, you have the head on the bald hinge. You can look down that much, not really much going back. Then you have this upper joint, which always works well. And you have a ab crunch that works well fine as well. There's nothing in the waist on these guys. Hinge, swivel, and the butterfly joint, which you can see opened up really well going backwards. And I kind of misaligned something here just now. But there we go. Not so much forward. You really need to work on that, guys. Even though you see it there, it's not pulling in front as much as you would want. And that's, to me, why you need the butterfly joint more. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, hinge, swivel at the wrists, splits that much. These guys should split all the way. Another thing I want to say to Hasbro, split it all the way, guys. Kick, nothing in the back, thigh swivel, double jointed knee, boot cut, rocker, hinge at the foot. So, you know, the articulation's fine, but, you know, there's some points here where with the Lightning collection, I'm starting to be like, guys, just make the cuts a little better, you know, like, give them a little more range. These guys have to be even, like, I know what you're going for, and you're doing it well, but there's some improvements that you can make a little more. Just do a little more, guys, please. For some size comparisons, here is the Black Ranger with the Pink Ranger. Here he is with the Magna Defender, the Beast Morpher's Red Ranger, the Beast Morpher's Gold Ranger, the Carbonized Sith Trooper, Classic Wolverine, Diabolique, SH Figure Arts Broly, and the Anime Ultraman. And my final thoughts, it's not a perfect figure, but it's not a bad figure. I really think this accessory here makes it pretty decent overall. I wouldn't display it without it. I mean, not the effect part, because as you can see, it just kind of flops down a little bit. But overall, his weapon is really nice. And the figure is okay. The alternate head, it's fine. I don't think it's as bad as I've heard other folks say it is. I think it's not spot on, but it's not that bad. I feel like Hasbro overall is going through this like phase where they're making so many of these like alternate heads with the digital face printing that I feel like it's taking the quality away overall on a whole. Like, I feel like the first batch of those were so super good. And as they made more and more, I think, you know, whenever you do so many of these things, it does definitely, and that effect bar looks really funny right now. It does diminish the quality a little bit. You're taxing your factories a little bit too much, I think. So I don't know. That's my thought on that one. So there you go. But overall, I think this is a worthwhile get, especially if you like MMPR. Why not? Go out to your Walgreens, give it a find, and I think you'll be okay with it. As long as you know. Also, I don't mind the gold. I mean, if you want, you can paint that over. I know folks go crazy about that, but it's not a big deal to me. It's fine. It's a toy, $20 toy. I'm okay with it not being perfect. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. If you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Buy me a coffee on Coffee if you dig what I do. Become a Zillion today. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.